Hi, I'm Vanessa Kynes, and I'm a Pinterest marketing strategist for creative small businesses. I help creative small businesses craft traffic generating Pinterest marketing strategies for their business. Today's video is all about what you need to know about the Pinterest Smart Feed from my recent visit to Pinterest headquarters. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that in August 2017, I had the opportunity to visit Pinterest headquarters. Now, I recently made my way out there again in March of 2018 and had an opportunity to speak with somebody who knew a lot about the Pinterest Smart Feed. I think there are a lot of confusing strategies out there, and so I really wanted some clarity on what are the best practices that you can take on Pinterest to get your pins seen. The Pinterest Smart Feed is basically the Pinterest algorithm for showing pins as a result of what is searched for. So if someone goes into Pinterest and searches for a recipe, the algorithm or their Smart Feed is going to determine which pins are most relevant to that search. It's really important to know what the algorithm prefers when it's going to show content to people who are searching on Pinterest. So I got some clarity on Pinterest optimized images and also the Pinterest keyword description for your pins. These are both really important practices that you need to start from beginner to expert to utilize and to rank well in the Pinterest Smart Feed. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is Pinterest images. Pinterest has had a wide range of images in the past, but right now, even on their website, if you go to business.pinterest.com, they're recommending 600 by 900 pixels. Now, the key to that isn't so much 600 by 900, but that the pin ratio is 2:3, meaning that it has a vertical image ratio, that it is longer than it is wide. Now, I do want to highlight that longer is not necessarily better, and I wanted some clarity about what we should be doing as content creators moving forward. Now, the person at Pinterest headquarters and I talked about this a lot, and he really emphasized that vertical length, and that if you go too long, and we've begun to see this on the Smart Feed itself, your pin will be truncated. So my recommendation to you is to utilize the 2:3 ratio, and there's even some conversations about using square shaped pins, which is a big shock when you think about Pinterest, but really utilizing those vertical length 2:3 ratio pins. We know from Pinterest that pins that have some sort of text overlay get more clicks. So get creative with using the white space on the pin to put some kind of text overlay, whether it's a call to action like how to XYZ, or even just telling about the product. Get creative, use the space in the pin. The second thing we talked about was the optimized pin description. I talked a lot about the different strategies that I've seen people using on Pinterest, whether it's just putting in a bunch of keywords or using a soft call to action in the Pinterest description. His recommendation was to not keyword stuff. Now, in the past, you might have seen pins take off that way, but really it doesn't do much for the person on Pinterest. Remember, Pinterest wants to be a place about people making discovery and also taking action. And if you just have a pin that has a bunch of keywords in it, there's nothing to discover. There's nothing to take action on. Make sure that when you're writing your pin descriptions that you're telling a story. Tell something exciting, and make sure that when you're telling that story that you insert in those keywords. I like to go straight to the search bar and use the search bar to help me figure out the best keywords for my niche. So for example, I might say, looking for the best Pinterest marketing strategies. In this blog post, I'm sharing my top 3 tips for getting seen in the Pinterest Smart Feed. As you can see, I've created a 2-sentence pin description. I've utilized keywords like Pinterest marketing strategies. In this blog tips, I've utilized all those keywords and formulated them into a soft call to action. I'm inviting the pin viewer to join me on my blog. When you use text overlay on your pin descriptions and also call to actions in your pin description, you're inviting them. You're letting them know there's more context behind this pin, and that when they click through, they're going to get more information. Now remember, we've allowed them to discover our content. We want to invite them to take action on it, and either whether that's joining your store to shop for items, that's a soft call to action, or just to learn more information about what type of information you're going to provide. Now, there's no magic secret, but the important thing is that you make sure you have a solid foundation in your pin visuals as well as your pin descriptions, and those will take you so far with your Pinterest marketing strategy. Now, I know for a fact Pinterest has a lot of wonderful things on the horizon coming up, But to really succeed, you need to have these foundational pieces of Pinterest done. So if you're looking for more Pinterest marketing strategies, you can subscribe to my email and get my free Pinterest startup guide. When you subscribe to my email, I'm emailing you every single week talking about Pinterest strategies and changes that we see on the platform. You can also join me by subscribing to my YouTube page, and you can hear from me more about the best Pinterest marketing strategies. Thank you so much for joining me today.